Envision yourself embarking on a whimsical adventure, pedaling a bicycle high above the clouds, a flight of fancy that defies the laws of reality. Picture yourself diving headlong into new escapades, such as conquering the exhilarating challenge of water skiing, and not just that, but pioneering innovative ways to master it, setting yourself apart as a trailblazer. Imagination, that enchanting essence that distinguishes us as human beings, is the art of crafting mental landscapes where the senses can't tread and sculpting surreal visions that challenge the confines of reality. But where did this extraordinary gift of imagination take root? Looking through the lens of a dedicated neuroscientist, committed to unlocking the secrets of how children acquire this precious gift of imagination. My particular focus lies in unraveling the intricate neurological mechanisms that underpin this power. By uncovering the precise brain structures and connections responsible for the construction of fresh ideas and uncharted scenarios, scientists like me can venture back into the annals of evolution to discover the genesis of imagination. Our cosmic journey began around 3.4 billion years ago when life first emerged on Earth, steadily evolving into more complex forms. About 700 million years ago, the earliest neurons banded together, forming rudimentary neural networks that would eventually evolve into the complex brain and spinal cord we now possess, a remarkable transformation occurring around 525 million years ago. The age of dinosaurs dawned about 240 million years ago, with the emergence of mammals occurring just a few million years later. While these two diverse groups coexisted, dinosaurs reigned as apex predators. Yet, they were constrained by their cold-blooded nature, and their effectiveness in hunting was limited to the warmth of daytime. In response, mammals sought refuge underground during the daylight hours to escape the watchful eyes of their saurian adversaries. However, the subterranean life offered little sustenance. To feed their voracious appetites, mammals had to venture out into the darkness, when the dinosaurs' threats were diminished. To navigate the night, the warm-blooded trait became essential. Yet, it came at a cost. Mammals had to consume 10 times more food, per unit of weight, than dinosaurs to fuel their high metabolism and maintain their constant internal temperature, about 99 degrees Fahrenheit, 37 degrees Celsius. In the quest to conquer the challenge of finding nourishment in the shadows, our early mammalian ancestors developed a novel system for memorizing the locations of food sources. This ingenious system involved linking the sensory aspects of the terrain, the way it looked and smelled, with the navigational skills required to reach these places. These attributes were etched into the neocortex, the outermost layer of the brain, while the entorhinal cortex was entrusted with the task of navigation. The intricate orchestration of these brain regions was facilitated by a structure known as the hippocampus. Remarkably, we still utilize this memory system today to remember objects and past experiences, from the parking spot of your car to cherished memories. Clusters of neurons within the neocortex etched these memories of objects and past events. Recalling a memory rekindled the very neurons that had first recorded it. This capacity to retrieve and relive previously encoded experiences likely exists in all mammals. This memory system, which took root 200 million years ago, marked the first significant step in the journey towards imagination. The next leap on our evolutionary journey was the capacity to fabricate memories of events that never occurred in reality. The simplest manifestation of this phenomenon occurs in our dreams, those mysterious and sometimes bewildering visions that accompany the rapid eye movement, REM, stage of sleep. Scientists speculate that species featuring REM sleep, such as marsupial and placental mammals, might experience dreams, in contrast to the egg-laying echidna, whose sleep patterns diverged from these lines of evolution some 140 million years ago. Research involving specialized neurons known as place cells has shown that animals can dream of visiting places they've never been to before. In the case of humans, the solutions we unearth in our dreams often pave the way for groundbreaking discoveries. History is replete with instances of scientific and engineering innovations that have sprung from the depths of slumber. Otto Loewi, a neuroscientist, dreamt of an experiment that validated the chemical transmission of nerve impulses, a breakthrough that would earn him a Nobel Prize. Elias Howe's revolutionary sewing machine design was born in a dream, and Dmitry Mendeleev famously envisioned the periodic table during his slumber. These discoveries were all nurtured by the involuntary imagination mechanism crafted by our mammalian ancestors 140 million years ago. Nonetheless, there is a distinction between this involuntary imagination and its voluntary counterpart, much like the difference between deliberate control of your muscles and experiencing an uncontrolled spasm. Voluntary imagination empowers us to intentionally weave thoughts together. Whether it's envisioning the fusion of two identical right triangles to create a square or mentally dividing a round pizza into four identical pieces, this is the result of prefrontal synthesis. This ingenious ability depends on the prefrontal cortex, located at the forefront of our brains, as it directs the rest of the neocortex in this intricate symphony of creativity. When did our species acquire this extraordinary capacity for prefrontal synthesis? Artifacts predating 70,000 years ago could have been crafted by individuals devoid of this mental prowess. However, around that time, a wealth of evidence emerges in the form of various archaeological artifacts, composite figurative objects, bone needles with eyes, bows and arrows, musical instruments, constructed dwellings, and elaborate burials hinting at beliefs in the afterlife, among others. Approximately 65,000 years ago, these distinct types of artifacts surfaced simultaneously in multiple geographic regions, marking a profound shift in human imagination often referred to as the cognitive revolution. This period aligns with the significant migration of Homo sapiens out of Africa. Genetic analyses suggest that a select few individuals acquired the ability of prefrontal synthesis and propagated their genes extensively by employing their newfound imagination to outsmart and eliminate rival males through advanced strategies and weaponry. It has been an awe-inspiring odyssey spanning millions of years of evolution for our species to be equipped with this remarkable gift of imagination. While many animals can dream of the unreal during REM sleep, only humans possess the extraordinary capacity to intentionally conjure new concepts and scenarios through prefrontal synthesis.